Hello, my name is Benny and welcome to my channel. So you're going to notice that this is going to be my second entry to my first entry when the video gets really going into the topic that I end up discussing. Reason being is that I hadn't chosen a new channel by the time I had recorded the next video. And in my last video, I said I would make an announcement, so I had to do another intro. Wearing the same shirt because I want it to all look the same, but you'll probably notice a difference because of the background, and my hair might look a little different as well. So here I am being transparent. So my new channel name, to be honest, it didn't take me very long to come up with the name. I still wanted it to be like, I wanted the channel name to kind of encompass the beginning of something or the learning of something, learning from someone, which would be all of you, the books and everything else, all the available resources to me. And so there was already a fool's channel, or the fool my oh my god, what's my channel name? The Fool's Journey. There we go, The Fool's Journey. I can't even remember my name. So after thinking about it, I came up with like 3 or 4 names. I ran it by my friend Mary, who's helping me with some other things. She's the online friend that I had mentioned before. And we went back and forth, and finally I decided on The Fool's Apprentice. And I love that. It really does talk about still taking that fool's journey, but I'm learning from the fool. Like, he is passing his knowledge on to me as we travel this learning experience together. So I thought that just fit perfectly. I actually like it better than The Fool's Journey, to be honest, because I just feel like a student, like someone's apprentice, and it was just a great fit. So the video that's going to follow, that I'm going to put together with video magic, will explain the rest of what the video is. One thing I will mention is 2/3 in, I ended up cutting a big portion out because I felt that was getting a little long. There are 2 other decks really in this story of what really made me decide to go full force, all feet in doing this YouTube channel. And it really is related to 3 different decks that happen all within a 4 or 5 day time frame. So you're going to get the first one, and then I'll make videos on the second and then the third. It also gives me more videos to be able to put up. But I hope you enjoy this video. Bye. Hello everybody, my name is Benny and this is A Fool's Journey. In my last video, I did an introduction about this video and the goals for the video. Well, today I want to share a little bit of a story that I kind of mentioned in the last video. And it was this inspiration, this sign of me really actually jumping in and doing this channel. So I did mention and I got the name wrong. The actual name of the deck that I had mentioned last week, I said it was the Royal Pez of Morocco. It's not, it's the Royal Pez of Moroccan. So that deck I did receive from my brother as a birthday gift at my request. I found it about 7 years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I just think it is so beautifully done. The artwork for me just is amazing. It's simple and the colors just call to me. I ended up losing that deck. And it wasn't the only thing that I was missing, but it was the most valuable, cherished thing that I lost. When I decided to do the tarot again, I thought of that deck, the Royal Pez of Moroccan. That's an odd name to say. The Royal Pez Moroccan. The Royal Pez Moroccan. One day I'll get it right. It's the deck that I love the most, and I can't even get it right. Oh my God. Well, anyways, the Royal Pez Moroccan came to mind. And so I did a Google search. and I couldn't find it for a reasonable price. There were two decks. One was almost $800. The other one was almost $1,800. And there was just no way that I was, one, able to pay the $1,800, and two, willing to pay $700. But I did searches from time to time on Google in the last 4 months, and I found the deck. I couldn't believe it. And this was the time where I was thinking of doing a YouTube channel. And there were a few other decks that I couldn't find from 7 years ago. Well, actually, one from 7 years ago, and another one was what I thought was recently produced. But this deck just means the world to me. So I did my Google search, and I found it on Etsy of all places. And it was at a reasonable price, a very reasonable price. And before I bought it, I messaged the seller, asked them if they still had it, and they did. I couldn't believe it, but they did. But they told me they had gotten it at a home auction or in an estate sale. And the owner was a smoker. So they told me that the cards smelled like smoke. So I said, well, let me think about it. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was gonna have them think that I was thinking about it. I was gonna get it the next day. But the next day I got an email letting me know that they lowered the price by 2/3. I couldn't believe it. So I got on the website and I bought them immediately. Now this deck had 4 cards that were stained. In fact, I should have gotten those cards and brought them. I don't even know where I have them, but I'll find them. And 4 of the cards were stained, water damage, really bad, but I didn't care because I got the deck. And when I received them, she was right, they smell like smoke. As you can hear, I still have this raspy voice. And so excuse me if I drink water from time to time. And so I got the deck and I was over the moon. And so it just came to me that this is a sign. It's a sign that I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be learning the tarot. I am on the path that I'm supposed to take. And in that path was this YouTube channel. But the Royal Fez of Moroccan is the one that I want to introduce you to because it's me. This deck is supposed to be mine. And so I'd like to share it with you. So no further ado, let me flip the camera and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back. Let me introduce you to the Royal Fez of Moroccan. I love this deck. This deck was published by US Games in 1975. The deck is a creation from Robert Barrel. Barrel is his name. He's actually the founder of Mensa. And he came up with this deck and commissioned an artist by the name of Michael Hobdell in the 1950s, but it didn't take until the 1970s to get it published. And by that time, both men had passed on, and the deck was found, and US Games decided that they were going to publish it. Now, what I found interesting is that we got this little book right here. And in the little book, it really gives you the history of it. As you can see, this is an old deck. I mean, this is really stained and it's tattered. And the print is so tiny, but it gives you the information here inside the book. And I have to put on reading glasses for me to be able to see any of the writing, but it's just really short meanings for the cards. So like, let me find the Fool card. For the Fool, they have the Fool further in. It's not actually the first deck. I mean, in the beginning of the deck. So let me see if I can find it real quick. It is in an interesting place. It is, where did they put it? See, this is why you have to go through your stuff beforehand. So that way you don't end up creating a delay. And like I said, I'm going to be very authentic about this whole thing. And so I'm not going to edit this out. So this is a learning experience that I will have to do for my next deck. They had told me where it was at. The moon, this tower, the sun, the last judgment, the world. Where in the world is it? Okay. I'm a little annoyed that I don't know. Oh, here it is, the Fool. It is in the beginning. Oh my gosh. It just wasn't numbered. So the Fool, a youthful figure about to step off the edge of a precipice, stares into the distance, oblivious to danger. Tied to a rod that rests on his left shoulder in a small sack that contains knowledge and the youth's worldly possessions. The white flower in his left hand symbolizes his freedom of expression and action. The dark animal at his heels barks a warning, but the young man pays no heed. The butterfly ascending in front of him symbolizes beauty and freedom. The sun blazes above him. Divination meaning folly, mania, extravagance, lack of discipline, intoxication, inconsideration, delirium, that's interesting. Frenzy, bewilderment, thoughtlessness, beginning, adventure, something new, precipice of life, excitement. So some of those are very interesting. I haven't heard some of those used with the Fool. But as you can see, this book is tattered, beaten. It even has tape. But I got the box, which I was very surprised. I didn't know I was going to be able to get the box. So I don't even know if these are in order. I should have checked that too. See, learning experience. Here we go. So as you can see, this deck is stunning. I just love the colors, the joyfulness of it. And these were done with pencil, believe it or not. They did them in black and white, and then they added the color afterwards. And I just love the simplicity of the colors, the reds, the yellows, the blacks, the whites. And it doesn't have like fine detail, as you can tell by the dog, but it has enough detail that you get the picture. I love that the sun is this void with all these little lines around. I love that the butterfly is just a simple drawing. I like the detail of the flowers in his coat. It's just a beautiful deck, and he is taking that step off. There is no turning back here for this Fool. And then you got the Magician, where you can see all his tools. You know, again, the simplicity of the drawing. I just love these cards. And look at the backs. The backs are beautiful. Reminiscent of the early 70s, I think, in the purples and in the shapes. Very psychedelic-like. Love it. The pillars, you know, one white, one black. And I think there's a little B right there and a little J, I think it is, or F. You know, the moon, it's just stunning. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip through these cards quickly so you could see them. And I might say a couple of words here and there. And so let's just go through the cards. A little bit of nudity, that doesn't bother me. I hope it doesn't bother any of you, but I could see that how it would. I love this strength card. It's my birth card. I like how she has control of the lion here. God, these drawings are just beautiful. The Hermit, love it. The World. The two heads and the hands in the background. I love that the crown is over here. I don't know what that really means, but eventually I will find out. Very ominous. I love that the tower has the people front and center like really up front in the photo. Usually I see them as tiny little people falling down from the tower, and I just love that they're front and center. Now, I will say, I don't like the little kid on the horse. I just have read, I don't know, it creeps me out sometimes in some of the decks that I see. But in this one, I just love it. I love it. It doesn't bother me. I think it fits really well with the rest of the drawing. So we're beautiful. Just looking out into the ships in the distance. And you can see his face is really angry right there. His is too. He seems like he's overcome. This guy looks really surprised. Excuse me. See, I just love the way they incorporate the colors with the black and white photos. You know, the color just gives you an idea of what's really important in the card. I just love it. I don't know how many times I'm going to say I just love it, but I do. This cat, I don't even know if this card traditionally has a cat, but that cracks me up. I just think that's funny. The cups, again with the black and white background. I love the fierceness of that head. Looks like a lion's head to me. You can tell this is from the influenced by the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Smelling the flowers. That's sweet. I love that moon. And I wonder if that's a moon surrounding a sun. That's interesting. Or is it a moon with a halo? I don't know. Oh, this is beautiful. One of the most colorful cards in the deck. I love these muted colors. I just love them. Am I missing a deck? A card? I feel like I'm missing a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like I'm missing... Oh, no, I'm not. Page, Queen, King, Ace. Ooh, I was starting to get a little worried there. I counted the cards and I went through them and I separated them to make sure I had them all. But that had me a little worried. The swords. Ooh, I love this one. That's beautiful. Traditional. 3 of Swords. I hope I'm not going too fast, but if not, this video will last forever. I love the way the hands are positioned here. Looks like he really just fell to his death. And that's how naturally the arms would fall instead of positioned. I love that he's the horse is rearing I hope, and the butterfly, that's interesting. Oh, there's another butterfly. Look at that. So I got to see if there's a significance to the butterfly. And he's wearing a spur. I didn't know they had spurs back then. Interesting. Very elaborate. Now we're in the coins. I like this jester. Now, I want to stop right here. I don't know why, but I've always been very intrigued with the Five of Pentacles. I don't know if it's because it speaks to me and my childhood and my young adulthood and the challenges I had to overcome, but I have always found the images in the Five of Pentacles, regardless of the deck, to be a very powerful and moving card for me. Oh, a hawk that's blindfolded with a little hat on top. I'm probably going to deliver a message for her. Oh, I like this knight. I love that he's covered in all the blue except for that little spot right there. You know, the face and the helmet's all in blue. And I love that the horse is black and white and the majority of the color is center left. Love that. Oh, look, there's a rabbit. See, for all I know, there are rabbits in all of the Queen of Pentacles, but since I don't know, I don't know. And down to the last one. So, really love this deck. This is a deck that I'll probably do readings for myself only. I don't necessarily see myself reading with this deck with it for anybody else. It just holds a very special place in my heart. I call it my soul deck. I don't know if that's a term in the tarot community or not, but that's what I call this. It's my soul deck. I think one of the things I need to do is I might have to use that second camera holder, overhead camera holder for my iPhone, because I don't know if this is too close. And the one that I have doesn't go up any higher, or does it? Oh, you know what? I think I can make it go higher. Anyways, off point. Well, that is my first deck review. For somebody that doesn't know the tarot yet. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I will see you on A Fool's Journey. Goodbye.